I believe you should invest in Oceanfront Condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can enjoy and increase the passive income of your oceanfront condo through the 20 to 22 million tourists that visit the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast each year. Not only can you enjoy the equity paid for by visiting tourists, but you can also anticipate the over 100% appreciation experience at many of the oceanfront resorts in our market during the recent decade. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can depreciate them, reducing your overall tax burden, keeping more money for you and your loved ones, and ensuring unnecessary taxes aren't paid. Now guys, as you can see, the Caribbean is massive. I mean, like, expansive. This place is huge. Anyways, I'm gonna take you inside. Registration so you can see the front entrance, the front little office there. There is a little harbor gift shop. I don't know if you can see it. It's literally, it's right here. That's the harbor gift shop. This is your registration building. And as you can see, they're nice and busy. And that's what you want for your unit. Guys, let's get in unit C306 right here at the Caribbean Resort. Now, as you can see, there's nice tile right when you enter all the way through. We do have a bedroom immediately to our right. We also have a bedroom immediately to our left. We're going to go in the left bedroom first. There is a single bed in here, as you can see, flat screen TV, a very cool owner's closet with a little dial here, and of course, a standard closet, as you can see here, with some goodies for the kids. Straight across the hall, you do have a double bed, nice full-size beds here, pretty cool. It is Jack and Jill in the sense that it connects all the way to the bathroom, which is pretty cool. You do have a closet in that corner, a flat screen in this corner. And check this out, guys. We're in the bathroom. This is the community bathroom that services the entire condo, as you can see, and there is a tub shower combo. Now, straight across the way, we do have the HVAC system and the stackable washer and dryer unit, which is great for your long-term tenants. Must-have. Stainless steel appliances right in here, guys. A nice spacious kitchen. Of course, a refrigerator, stove, microwave, and dishwasher, which is a huge plus, especially if you have a large group or family. Now, beautifully decorated dining room, as you can see here. Gorgeous living room, as you can see here, connects all the way to that balcony. That also runs into the master bedroom. Now, you can see here again that balcony connecting to this room as well, which is a phenomenal feature. Beautiful flat screen, great, gorgeous, large king-size bed. Nice little closet right here, a nook little closet in the corner with a safe. And then, of course, you do have your restroom. It's en suite, on site in this little suite. You have your own master bath. Now, let's get out here and see the moneymaker, guys. This is what all of your guests are coming for. They are coming for this extended balcony and all of this ocean view. Now, one of the key factors, in my opinion, is the fact that you can fit so many chairs, so many people on this balcony. That's what your guests are looking for. They want to be able to have a good time on the balcony, and you can see them doing it. There's ocean and sand right in front of us. That's what your guests are looking for. Now, it does connect right into the living room, as you can see here. Absolutely stunning. And that wraps up our tour, guys, at Unit 306 right here at the Caribbean Resort. All right, guys, so let's jump into the on-site accommodations right there at the Caribbean Resort. Well, guys, you have a Jamaican building, you have a Dominican tower, you have a Cayman tower, and then you also have the Chelsea Villas. Now, the Jamaican building is situated just one block from the main resort. You can comfortably sleep up to 4 guests in those units. Your Dominican tower is going to have oceanfront suites and efficiency units. Your Cayman tower is going to have those 2, 3, and even 4-bedroom condos. And then finally, those Chelsea villas are going to be 2 and 3 bedroom villas. Those are going to be across the street. Now, with all of these different units in these different buildings, you're going to get access to tons of on-site pools, lazy rivers. There's even a really, really cool water park, like a miniature little water slide directly next to the main resort building. Now, additionally, guys, there's a really cool Starbucks on site, and you'll also get access to a really nice bar right when you walk into the main entrance of the building. In this video, I've shown you the resort, explained the property, and given you a walkthrough of the property. But next, I'll cover the accommodations and amenities offered by the resort and give you a walkthrough of the amenities so you can see why tourists choose Oceanfront Condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Then I'll discuss on-site versus off-site management so that you learn how to maximize profitability on your unit and avoid the pitfalls other investors have made. Then I'll cover what your HOA fee pays for, how your resort's location creates a convenience for tourists that keeps them coming back for our attractions, restaurants, and local events, and also how your tourists can navigate the area. Next, I'll discuss how this resort has appreciated, average occupancy rates, and average gross rental income based on unit bedroom count for our market. And I'll share a really big secret I learned from a former client that was featured in Forbes magazine on how to increase your occupancy rates. After that, I'll discuss buying an oceanfront condo as a second home versus as an investment property, how a light cosmetic remodel can boost your occupancy rates and gross rental income, and I'll give you a quick market report on this resort so that you make savvy investment decisions. Finally, I'll break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. Then finally, I'm going to give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. Let's check out some of these amenities, guys. As you can see, guys, they have lazy rivers, pools, I mean, all kinds of fun stuff for family and friends and kids and everyone. Now this is just the indoor section. Let's head outdoor. Massive deck, great for laying out. As you can see, beach access. Again, you have another expansive pool. They've got restaurants and what looks like a little tiki bar over there. It looks like there might be another bar right over here as well. And of course, you are literally oceanfront. There's an additional lazy river here, as you can see. And you know, during those hot summer days, there's nothing like having a place right here, right on site. Looks like another little tiki bar. Skipjacks. All right, guys, so let's get into on-site versus off-site property management right here at the Caribbean Resort. Well, guys, the great news is if you self-manage or use an off-site property manager, your guests can use all of the on-site amenities at the Caribbean. And that's the big one. That's what everybody wants to hear. Now, if you did go with an on-site property manager, your on-site split is 40%. In other words, they will take 40% of every gross rental income dollar you make there if they're managing that property for you. Now, with the advantages of technology and all that you can do for running this business from your phone, I completely and wholeheartedly endorse self-managing this property, even if you have a full-time job. I know several investors that have full-time jobs right here that I have interviewed on our channel, and guess what? They manage their entire portfolio of 11 oceanfront condos. Or Gosha, she owns 15 oceanfront condos. Matt Freeze owns 11 oceanfront condos. They manage it right from their phone. So it's super easy to set up automated text messages and emails that come straight to your clients as they book right there on the Airbnb platform. It's super easy to sync your calendar with your cleaning lady's calendar, so she sees when guests check in and out and can easily go and clean that unit for you. You can run this entire business from your phone. It does not have to be time consuming or draining whatsoever. And you can have a full-time job and do this. Matt Freeze, again, he owns 11 oceanfront condos, is a mortgage broker, has his own firm. Gosha Cook manages 110 properties and owns 15 oceanfront condos in our market. So it's totally doable, and it's something that I wholeheartedly endorse. You want to self-manage at the Caribbean. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because this is the fastest growing area out of the 150 most populated areas in the entire United States for the last 3 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. This helps to insulate our market from many of the ups and downs that the rest of our nation's real estate market experiences. This can help you have a more stable rental property. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because they have a tremendous upside when compared to money market accounts and the stock market, due to the appreciation they earn and the potential of higher annual yields through their gross rental income when compared to these other investments. Money market accounts and the stock market don't have the upside of added appreciation. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because while our prices have risen and have held their value, we're also much cheaper than other places like Florida. Where else can you go and find an oceanfront condo for as little as $100,000? If you're getting into the real estate game or expanding your current portfolio, the bang for your buck is sitting right on the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina oceanfront. Now stay tuned, because coming up in the rest of the video, I'll cover what your HOA fee pays for, how your resort's location creates a convenience for tourists that keeps them coming back for our attractions, restaurants, and local events, and also how your tourists can navigate the area. Next, I'll discuss how this resort has appreciated, average occupancy rates, and average gross rental income based on unit bedroom count for our market. And I'll share a really big secret I learned from a former client that was featured in Forbes magazine on how to increase your occupancy rates. After that, I'll discuss buying an oceanfront condo as a second home versus as an investment property, how a light cosmetic remodel can boost your occupancy rates and gross rental income, and I'll give you a quick market report on this resort so that you make savvy investment decisions. Finally, I'll break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase, so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. Then finally, I'm going to give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. All right, so what does the HOA fee include? Your HOA fee is going to include electric in the common areas, water and sewer, trash pickup, elevator service, pool service, landscape, lawn, insurance, manager, security, rec facilities, legal and accounting, master antenna cable TV, common maintenance and repair, electric in the unit, which is a big one because not all the resorts have electric in the unit, internet access, which again is another big one because not all resorts have internet access in the units. And then it also includes pest control. Now, your HOA fee runs $1,536 each month. And I do want to point out that your HO6 insurance is included in that HOA fee. All right, guys, so let's talk about how the location at the Caribbean Resort best serves your guest, all those 20 to 22 million tourists that visit our market each year. Well, guys, only 1.2 miles away is the Myrtle Beach Boardwalk and Promenade. We're talking only a 5-minute drive, not to mention the upcoming event that they have there called the Winter Wonderland at the beach. You don't want to miss that. Now, next we have the Myrtle Beach Skywell. Now, this is perhaps what Myrtle Beach is most known for. You always see it in photos. It is a 187-foot Ferris wheel, and it offers some amazing panoramic views of the ocean. Now, that's only 1.5 miles away from the Caribbean. Pretty close. Again, only 5 minutes. Now, that's open year-round, and it provides, again, those breathtaking views. Next, we have up Broadway at the Beach. You cannot miss Broadway at the Beach if you come to our market. This is only a whopping 1.3 miles away from the Caribbean. Again, 5 minutes. And we have an upcoming event called Ripley's Penguin Dash 5K. You do not want to miss that. You want to celebrate those South African penguins with a fun run through Broadway at the beach. Now, Broadway at the Beach is a 150-acre tourist attraction, guys, with every shop that you can think of, every kind of restaurant. I mean, everybody visits Broadway at the beach when they come. Now, next on the list, Ripley's Aquarium right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, only a whopping 1.3 miles away from the Caribbean Resort. Again, 5-minute drive, and it is open year-round, even those winter months, with all kinds of special exhibits and events. Next, we have the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. Again, it's one of our hosting venues in the market, only 0.8 miles away from the Caribbean, super, super close. Some of the upcoming events out there are the Winter Bump Volleyball Classic, the Grand Strand Bridal Expo for all you brides, and then you've got the Hotel, Motel, and Restaurant Supply Show of the Southeast. Again, I can only imagine the big draws those events bring for people wanting to rent your unit right there at the Caribbean. Next, we have the Myrtle Beach Pinball Museum. Again, only 0.6 miles away from the Caribbean. It's a 2-minute drive. We have the Awakening Spa, which is there on site, which is phenomenal. Oh, excuse me, it's only about 1 minute away. I think the Awakening is over there inside of the Anderson Ocean Club. Anyways, moving right along, guys, there are tons and tons of events real close, right nearby. If you like golf, there's probably a good 3 to 5 golf courses within 5 to 10 minutes of the Caribbean. Myrtle Beach has over 90 golf courses in our market. It is a golf enthusiast haven. These attractions are why so many tourists, those 20 to 22 million tourists, visit our market each year, and why they are renting your oceanfront. Now stay tuned, because coming up in the rest of the video, I'll discuss how this resort has appreciated, average occupancy rates, and average gross rental income based on unit bedroom count for our market. And I'll share a really big secret I learned from a former client that was featured in Forbes magazine on how to increase your occupancy rates. After that, I'll discuss buying an oceanfront condo as a second home versus as an investment property, how a light cosmetic remodel can boost your occupancy rates and gross rental income, and I'll give you a quick market report on this resort so that you make savvy investment decisions. Finally, I'll break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase, so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. Then finally, I'm going to give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. So in 2014, if you would have purchased this property, you would have paid $290,000 for it. You fast forward to 2024, we're talking $421,000. Guys, that's appreciation to the tune of $131,000. That's $13,000 a year in appreciation for your average 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom oceanfront condo at the Caribbean Resort. So let's real quickly talk through occupancy rates for these 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom units at the Caribbean. Guys, according to AirDNA, your 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit has an estimated gross rental income of $77,600 per year. That's at a 70% occupancy rate for an average daily rental rate of $304 per year. Now, I've got you at sleeping 10 guests. That's 2 people in the first bedroom, 4 people in the second bedroom, 2 people in the guest, and of course, 2 people on the sleeper sofa. The higher the number of guests you can sleep, the more gross rental income you can bring in and ultimately profit. So the average gross rental income for the Caribbean resort for 3-bedroom units just in the last 24 months. As you can see, I have your top 2 units listed that I found in the MLS. That's unit 909 in 2022 made $73,520.30. Unit 1609 in 2021 made $75,735. That brings you to an average gross rental income of $74,628. That's a variance or a difference of as much as $2,215. Not too much difference between the top 2 performing units on site. Now, you'll notice I got some notes there at the bottom. Unit 705 made $64,000 in 2022. Unit 702 averages $72,000. Unit 1105 made $63,000, and then Unit 1405 made $59,000. Now, guys, there are lots of reasons for variance. Maybe the person didn't do additional marketing. Maybe it was their first year and they didn't put it all over social media like they were supposed to. Maybe they had a weak social circle, and even though they marketed it on social media, they didn't do a good job. Maybe they didn't pay for Google Ads. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons for the variance. Maybe some of these units are managed through the Onsite program or an offsite property manager that didn't do a good job. I can tell you that generally the self-managing clients do very, very well. The people that are driven and motivated and they're serious about it, when they pick it up and self-manage it, they generally outperform property managers. You know, I often tell clients, nobody's going to manage that property like you will. Nobody's going to protect your investment, answer those phone calls, and be hospitable to those guests like you will. Now, are there great property managers? Absolutely. Are there people that you can trust that do an excellent job? Absolutely. And again, I still think that no one's going to manage it quite as well as you. All right, guys. So the secret about concierge services. By offering concierge services to your guests, you can build a year-over-year repeat book of business and create a loyal customer base. I'm talking about services like rose petals on the bed, a gift for her, a gift for him, bathrobes, a folded swan with a bottle of wine, dinner for 2 at a restaurant, tickets to a local event like the Country Music Festival. There's all kinds of vacation packages that you can offer your clients. And for an upcharge and a convenience fee, using your cleaning lady or whoever else you might hire that's local here, arrange for them to get all of the things I mentioned for an additional fee. This will increase your gross rental income and most likely cause an excellent experience for your guest. Generally, I mean, at least in my opinion, when people go on vacations, they tend to splurge. So this is an excellent opportunity for you to offer concierge services to really drive up your gross rental income and get that repeat business. Now stay tuned, because coming up in the rest of the video, I'll discuss buying an oceanfront condo as a second home versus as an investment property, how a light cosmetic remodel can boost your occupancy rates and gross rental income, and I'll give you a quick market report on this resort so that you make savvy investment decisions. Finally, I'll break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. Then finally, I'm going to give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. All right, buying as a second home versus an investment property. Now, if you buy it as a second home, you're generally going to have a cheaper down payment versus buying it as an investment property. However, your primary residence cannot be within 75 miles of that property. At the same token, you're probably going to get a little bit cheaper of an interest rate, but you can only rent the property 180 days out of the year. as opposed to buying it as an investment property. You can rent it 365 days a year. Additionally, if you buy it as a second home, you have to occupy it 21 days out of the year. As compared with an investment property, you don't have to occupy it at all. Now, our lender has cheap, super cheap down payment options. We're talking 15% down for people that qualify. So if you happen to be one of those people, it really wouldn't be very advantageous, in my opinion, to buy it as a second home unless you genuinely plan on using it multiple months throughout the year. Now, guys, you cannot expect to make the top gross rental income like I showed you in this video without a remodeled and updated unit. You need nice LVP flooring, brand new countertops, backsplash, nice new appliances. You need tiled showers. You want to have the nicest unit at that resort so that your occupancy goes through the roof and you can charge a premium so that people are renting your unit instead of the competition. You want to get the popcorn off the ceiling. You want to have accent walls. You want to have a fireplace with a flat screen on that accent wall. You want to have a nice mantle board and contrasting colors and furniture that really, really pops in your unit. You want the nicest, most modern and updated unit at the Caribbean. And the reason why is because you're going to get all the rentals. At least you should. The nicer that unit, so long as it's oceanfront, you should beat out all of the competition. And that needs to be your aim. You cannot buy a dated oceanfront condo and expect to be the top performing unit on site. It's not realistic. A remodel is a must. And generally, if you own that property, let's say that you own it 10 years and you put $30,000 in it, that's only $3,000 a year over 10 years. Now, that is going to translate into a lot more bookings, at least it should, and a lot more rental income. Now, as far as a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, I've got a client that recently did a remodel at the Caribbean. He spent $28,000. I have another client spending $65,000. It legitimately just depends on how in-depth you go on the remodel. All right, guys, so let's talk through a market report for the Caribbean resort. Guys, your active properties, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 active properties on the market. You've got a few 3-bedroom, 2-bathrooms and a few 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom properties. Your highest being $500,000, $499,900. That's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Your highest 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom is $495,000. And then your cheapest property was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom at $345,900. Now, your average active days on the market is 332 days with an average listing price of $444,000. So let's talk through the sold properties right here in the last 6 months. Your average days on market for sold properties was 176 days. Your high was 420,000. Your low was 390,000. And then your average list price was $412,000. That's right here at the Caribbean Resort. And now, it is the moment you have been waiting for and one of the most exciting parts of the video. Let's break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. And then I'll give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. Let's talk through a cash purchase scenario right here at the Caribbean Resort. Now, guys, your average purchase price in the past 2 years for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom was $473,354. Your average gross rental income between 2021 and 2023 was $74,627.65. Your 3% Airbnb platform fee, 3% of the gross rental income you made, was $2,238.83. Again, that's 3% of the $74,000 in gross rental income. Now, if you subtract that Airbnb platform fee from your $74,000 in gross rental income, it's going to bring you to a subtotal of $72,388.82. Your estimated taxes in 2023 was $7,704.24. That's your property taxes. Your cleaning services were $6,000. That is $150. That is $200 per cleaning for 30 cleanings. Now, that could be less, that could be more. It just depends on your rental strategy. If you're wanting to get reviews, you might allow for 1-day and 2-day rentals, as you know, so that you can build up a lot of online credibility quickly on Airbnb. If that doesn't matter to you so much, then perhaps you're a little bit more seasoned. You've got 1 week minimum set in place. You don't really need all that online credibility. So your cleaning costs are going to be most likely a lot lower. So that number is a moving number. It just depends on your strategy. Now, your excise tax was $577. That is, for your first $2,000 in gross rental income, you are going to have to pay $145 for your business license to the city of Myrtle Beach. Then for every $1,000 you make after that in gross rental income, it is going to be an additional $6 that you'll have to pay. So we've got you down for $577. Now your local hospitality and accommodations tax, guys, that's $2,238.83. That is 1.5% to the city of Myrtle Beach and 1.5% to Horry County. Next, you have your annualized HOA dues. That's $19,200. That brings you to an operating expense subtotal of $35,720.07. If you subtract that $35,720.07 from your subtotal up top of $72,388.82, you are left with a projected profitability of as much as $36,668.75. Guys, if you add $5,000 more in gross rental income, you're at $40,000. And then again, with an additional $10,000 in gross rental income, we're talking about $44,000 in profit. All right, guys, let's talk through a financing scenario at the Caribbean Resort for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Again, that average purchase price over the past 2 years was $473,354. Your down payment of 20% down comes to a total of $94,670.80. Your average gross rental income between 2021 and 2023 for the top performing units at Caribbean was $74,627.65. And then if you take into account a 3% Airbnb platform fee, 3% of your gross rental income, that's $2,238.83. When you subtract that $2,238.83 from the $74,627.65 in gross rental income, you're brought to a subtotal of $72,388.82. Now, your principal and interest for using financing brought you to $33,024. That's considering a 30-year fixed rate loan at 7.9% interest rate. Your estimated taxes, property taxes, $7,704.24. Your cleaning services were $6,000. That's $200 at 30 cleanings. It could be less, it could be more, depending on your strategy. Your excise tax was $577. Again, $145 base fee for your first $2,000 in gross rental income for your City of Myrtle Beach business license. And then for every $1,000 in gross rental income that you make, you do have to pay an additional $6 fee, brings you to a total of $577. Your local hospitality and accommodations tax, 3% of your gross rental income, 1.5% to the City of Myrtle Beach, 1.5% to Horry County, $2,238.83. And then your annualized HOA dues were $19,200, bringing you to a subtotal of $68,744.07. If you subtract your $68,744.07 from your subtotal up top of $72,388.82, you are left with a projected profitability of $3,644.75. With only $5,000 more in gross rental income, we're talking $8,644.75. And finally, with $10,000 more, you are left with $13,644.75 in profit. Now, guys, depreciating this unit, you can depreciate this unit over 39 years for tax write-off, reducing your overall tax burden. For this unit, you have a purchase price of $473,354. Over 39 years brings you to an annual taxable income deduction of $12,137.28. I will tell you, for all you high income earners, you can do something called a cost segregation study. You could be writing off as much as $30,000 in 1 year with your Oceanfront Condo short-term vacation rental property. All right, guys, you wanted the top picks in our market. Here's how it rolls. Number one is going to be Dunes Village Resort. Guys, these are some of the highest average gross rental incomes that you're going to find in our market. However, they do have a very high barrier to entry. Next, you've got Caribbean Resort. Now, Caribbean, they are a little bit more expensive, but they're not as expensive as Dunes Village. This is a phenomenal value. In my opinion, it is the best value you can find for your money. Then you've got Bayview Resort, which is very, very close to the boardwalk. Another great, popular place. Very, very nice, updated. Then you've got Grand Atlantic Resort. There is a little bit of a hang up there. Rufia Nigro, owner of 27 Oceanfront Condos, walked us through her workaround, but she did let us know that she makes the most profit there at the Grand Atlantic. Now, Sand Dunes Resort, one of Matt Free's, another Oceanfront Condo investor, one of his favorite places. He does own 11 Oceanfront Condos and did clear approximately $1.4 million over 8 years off 8 oceanfront condos. He likes sand dunes a lot. They do have a glow-in-the-dark golf course, which is super cool. And their ocean view, not oceanfront units, actually do really, really well. I think Matt said he makes, on average, it's like $22.5 in profit per unit. Now, real quick, I don't want you to sleep on these oceanfront condos. Compass Cove Resort. If you're in the lower end of the market, and you're wanting to invest in a $160,000 one-bedroom unit, Compass Cove is where you want to be. I pulled several units over there. One made $53,000 in gross rental income, another made $52,000, and another made $50,000 just in the past 2 years. They are churning some great profit for only a $160,000 investment. Compass Cove, in my opinion, is a steal. Now, it is in the south end of the beach. Some people don't like that. Some people like being more north. I think that the numbers don't lie. People are making money out there. You probably should join them. Now, Grand Atlantic Resort. Oh, we already covered that one. And then finally, you've got the Paradise Resort, another place that you don't want to sleep on. It is more towards the south end of the beach, but I can tell you that people are making money out there. So don't sleep on it. If you want more specifics and more details, get in contact with me. 843-360-1737. Guys, you gotta trust me. You made it to the end of the video, but you need to click the video that's on your screen right now to hear how Matt Frees makes $15,000 to $30,000 a year in annual profit off each of his 8 Myrtle Beach oceanfront condos. That's over $180,000 in average annual profits right there in passive income each and every year. Click the screen now.